The next problem that we are going to solve is to prove that cotangent theta plus 1 over cotangent theta minus 1 is equivalent or equal to 1 plus tangent theta over 1 minus tangent theta. Now, how are we going to do this one? We will be balancing the trigonometric identities by using the idea of sine and cosine, or we equate this one in terms of sine and cosine. So in here, the method that we are going to use is the double-sided method, wherein we simultaneously simplify the left side and the right side. Okay, so again, how are we going to do the problem? You try to recall the basic identities, and then of course you simplify them according to the instruction of the operation involved: addition, division, subtraction. Okay, so let's start. Notice that when we are going to have the double-sided proof of this one, notice that cotangent theta is the same as cosine theta over sine theta. Okay, over sine theta plus 1. That is our numerator. What about the denominator? We get the definition of cotangent. That is the same as cosine. Okay, cosine theta over sine theta. Definitely that is minus 1. Now what about at the other side? At the other side, you notice that we can also have the definition of tangent theta. So let's try to have 1 plus the tangent theta, that is sine theta over cosine theta. Okay, so that is the definition of tangent. Now what about the numerator? That is the same as 1 minus sine theta over cosine theta. Now, after doing this one, notice that we have to add the numerator, that is cosine over sine theta plus 1, and we have to subtract also in here. Now, that is the same as saying addition of a whole number and a fraction, subtraction of a whole number and a fraction, the same as at the other side. Okay, normally what we will be doing is we get the LCD of the numerator of this one. So what would be the LCD? Our LCD is sine. Okay, sine theta. So that is our LCD. Now, of course, after having now the LCD, we can say now that sine theta divided by sine theta is the same as 1 multiplied by cosine theta. So it will give you cosine theta. Now, what about this one? That is the same as sine theta divided by the denominator of 1, which is 1. So still sine theta multiplied by 1. So the result is plus sine theta. Okay, plus sine theta. So that is the result. Now, same true in our denominator. So we get the LCD. So what is the LCD of this one? So sine theta. Okay, sine theta. Now sine theta divided by sine theta, 1 multiplied by cosine theta. The result is cosine theta. Now what about this one? Sine theta divided by the denominator of 1. that is 1. The result is sine theta multiplied by negative 1. So, negative sine theta. Okay? So, that is the left side. Now, what about the right side? Notice that in the right side, we do the same. We do the same that we get the LCD of our numerator. Okay? So, what is the LCD? Cosine theta. Now, cosine theta cross multiplied with 1, it will give you that is the same as cosine. Okay? Cosine theta. Okay? In here, cosine theta divided by cosine theta, it will give you 1 multiplied by sine theta. That is plus sine theta. Now, do it also the same process in the numerator in here. So, what is the LCD? Still cosine theta. Now, again, cross multiply this one, it will give you cosine theta. Okay? Cosine theta. Now, cosine theta divided by cosine theta, 1 multiplied by negative sine theta, it will give you negative sine theta. Okay? Negative sine theta. Now, notice that in here now, we have the resulting complex fraction, division of a fraction. Okay? So, division of fraction, what did we say about the division of fraction? We always get the reciprocal of the denominator. So, our denominator is cosine theta minus sine theta over sine theta. So, that is our denominator. And then proceed to multiplication. So, let's try to see first. Copy first the numerator. That is the same as, if we're going to have that one, the numerator is the same as here, cosine theta plus sine theta. Okay? Over sine theta. Notice that when we get the reciprocal of this one, it will give you sine theta over cosine theta minus sine theta. Okay? Minus sine theta. Okay? So, let's try to extend. Minus sine theta. Okay? Minus sine theta. And of course, at the right side, same. We get the reciprocal of the denominator. But first, copy the numerator. Cosine theta plus sine theta over cosine theta. Notice that that is the numerator. How about the denominator? The denominator, get the reciprocal. So, reciprocal is cosine theta over cosine theta minus sine theta. Okay? So, that is the reciprocal. Now, notice that when you are going to look at this one, this sine theta and sine theta can be cancelled out. Cosine theta and cosine theta can be cancelled out. So, what remains now is what? Cosine theta plus sine theta. So, cosine theta plus sine theta over the denominator. What remains in the denominator is cosine theta minus sine theta. Okay? Minus sine theta. Now, what about here? What remains in the numerator of the right side? That is the same as cosine. So this one, cosine theta minus plus, I should say plus sine theta. Over what remains in the denominator is cosine theta minus sine theta. Notice that they are already the same. Okay? They are already equal. They are the same in form. And so that if they are the same in form, we can say now that cotangent theta plus 1 over cotangent theta minus 1 is equivalent to 1 plus tangent theta over 1 minus tangent theta, because the result in here are the same. They are the same in form. So, meaning these are equivalent or they are equal. So that is the proof of the problem. Okay? So that is the proof of the problem. I hope you understand the the solution of this problem. Thank you.